Let's go this time, too. And, man, if this guy has something to say about Chael, this should be something. You know Jeff in Southfield. Rare is the caller that gets set up with some previous sound. Alvin, do you have this much? Do you have this much tape of this guy so I can remind everybody of who this guy is before I go to his call live? Do you?
Fonzie is the first clone ever. He was a clone before you were even born. Think about it, clones. The character Fonzie on Happy Days was an adult male, aged somewhere between 30 and 45, not married, no kids, and living in the spare bedroom of a suburban family's home. Now that's a clone if ever there was one, Jim. I wonder if Fonzie's full name was Arthur Caleb Fonzarelli. Jim, while my respect for the Fonz as a clone has skyrocketed, my respect for the notion of the TV character Fonzie as a ladies' man has plummeted. No wonder he never got a second date with Pinky Tuscadero. Turns out his hopes of scoring with her got Malachi crunched between two realities. He doesn't have enough money to take her anywhere better than Arnold's, and two, the bed he wanted to take her to is in the spare bedroom of Mr. and Mrs. Cunningham's house.
Still makes me laugh every single time. So if he did Fonzie like that, I can't wait to see what he's going to do to Chael. Jeff in Southfield. He's live. Hey, Jeff, how are you?
Thanks for the Vine, Jim. War Keith Arnold and his outstanding service. Good luck to you, Keith. Jim, I've been watching how Keith does his job, and I believe I am qualified to be his replacement. Much like Keith, I can stand with my hands in my pockets doing nothing. Like Keith, I can make business casual clothing look like I'm wearing sweats. And like Keith, I am talented enough to push a print button and carry a piece of paper from one room to another. Most importantly, Jim, I am immensely qualified at spotting the cheap, lowbrow fat smack that the clones crave, and I'll prove it right now. Hey, Big Daddy Beaks, if the phrase fat floats was true, your ass would be in orbit. And if you meant floats on water, well, slap a boat engine on those hippo feet you've been crushing, paint Big Daddy's cruise liner on that hole you call an ass, and start selling tickets, because I'm confident you could take hundreds of folks to high seas and remain buoyant. Jim, I'm not saying Big Daddy's overweight. I'm just saying if football teams were named after Beaks, the Baltimore Ravens would be called the Baltimore Ravenous. If Beaks starred in the classic foreign film The Bicycle Thief, it would have been called The Bicycle Crushed. If Beaks had been in the 80s pop band Wham, they would have had a hit song titled Wake Me Up Before You Go to Denny's. And last one, if Mike and Indy sent a Beaks a customized You Better Don't t-shirt, it would read, You Butter Donut. War Big Daddy Beaks for being a hell of a good sport. Love you, bro. Jim, if you could wait until June 22nd to fill Keith's job so I could have it without losing Smackoff eligibility, I would love that. In the interim, I believe a department store mannequin with his hands in his pockets will suffice in doing most of what Keith did. And to whatever degree that would be too wooden and laconic, well, if you worked with Chase Stew for many years, what's another month of him? War Garrett Ritt, a.k.a. Admiral Akbar, deciding to stay a while, unlike Arnold and Dosmati, who decided, it's a trap!
Jeff in Southfield. Rack him, and I will see you on the 21st, Jeff. If not before then. All right, so my man not only RSVP'd for the Smackoff, he RSVP'd for Keith Arnold's gig. I am looking for a replacement.